Hey YouTube family, what's up? We're back in the building, and guess what? It's another Sunday, and we're gonna be doing another weekly analysis where we're looking on a few pairs, 5 to be exact, and we're gonna be kind of, predicting what we believe will happen. Now, always remember there is a disclaimer. When it comes on to trading, we do not move the charts. We only can predict. It may not go like this, or it may very well go like this, but we understand that it is a probability game. You can be correct and you possibly may not, but you have to understand that you've got to accept if you win and accept if you lose, because it's a game of probability. Now, when we're looking at or charts, we tend to do a lot of breakdown and we zone in on quite a bit, right? When it comes on to the charts, we want to look for some confirmations, pretty much. We're not jumping into trades. We're not being impulsive when we see this big bullish or bearish momentum. We're actually going on calculated risk, using our confluences to determine if we actually get in for a buy or a sell. So let's go right on the charts where we break this down. We're on them charts, and on the charts we're zoning in on gold, the favorite of all time for many people, not just for myself and my husband, but gold. A lot of us love to trade gold. So I tend to use my 20 and my 200 as a confluence, meaning that it's a confirmation to see where price is at. And this, I got it from J Cash. Shout out to J Cash on this one, the 20 and the 200, it bad. All right. Now, when it comes on to the 20 and the 200, I generally like to see if price is sitting above or below, right? If price is above both, right, then it means that we're looking for bullish moves and bullish setups. If price is beneath both, right, once price has closed below the 20 and the 200, then you'd literally have the opportunity for sell positions, right? So pretty much EMA 20 and 200, it's floating on the charts and we're currently sitting above it, right? And in addition to our 20 and 200, we can literally remove it because that's one confluence confirmed, right? We can literally remove it. And this is the daily time frame. And I could draw a trend line, right? And if I draw a trend line, what have we been doing? We've been respecting this trend line to the T. Yeah, a lot of respect with loads of precision. If you even wanted to say, okay, let me just do here, pretty much the same, right? We've been respecting that trend line to the T, right? And once we're getting that respect, we understand that price may come very well here all the way back to 25.95, which I was anticipating from last week, before it bounces back for a buy. But there is strong bullish momentum. We're still respecting that trend line, and there is a possibility for price to continue on the downside. So you can get some bearish move all the way back to 25.95. I've been looking for that for the longest while from last week. It didn't happen. So I'm still looking for price to do that this week before it continues on upwards. All right, so that's pretty much what I'm looking for. A little bit of bearish momentum. It's already on its way. So I'm looking for it to continue to come and touch that trend line. All right, show some signs of respect before it continues upwards. Right, no sign of market breaking out of this daily time frame as yet. We're literally still respecting the trend line. And if I even scale down to, let's say, or 1 hour time frame, all right, 1 hour time frame, and we go like so, we're still on that momentum, right? Looking for price to come back right at this demand area here to top the trend line before it continues up. If it does, it can even break the zone. So that's the thing about trading. You've got to wait on the market to give you what it's giving you before you decide that this is what it's going to do. You can't impose your bias and your judgment on the market. You've got to allow the market to flow in its own vibe, because the market is neutral. So allow it to do its thing and then react accordingly. That's what I do believe when it comes on to trading. So I see where we've got some respect of the trend line. We're still respecting the 20 and the 200. I'm believing that we're going to be getting a little bit of bearish momentum back to 25.95. Tap that trend line before we continue upwards for goodbye positions. All right. So that's pretty much for gold. That's what we're looking at. And we can move to the next pair where we're really looking at is UJ. All right. So for all the people who trade UJ, I'm seeing a lot of bullish momentum for UJ. All right. I caught this move. So I've got everything on my chart. I just take it off. I caught this nice down move here. All right. So pretty much we break it down and we keep it simple. Very, very simple when it comes on to trading. As I said, one confirmation I generally look out for is that bit of the 20 and the 200. So this is the 4 hour, and we're literally sitting above. If I zoom in, we're sitting above the 20 and the 200 moving average. So that's giving indication that we're going for buy momentum. So that's one, right? Possibly coming all the way back to 156, thereabout, possibly 157, right? That's really what I'm looking for as we're sitting above this area. Now, another key thing is you've got to understand that if you look at this, we're still on a upward momentum. I can do a trend line, right? We've got a bit of a breakout right there, right? A bit of a breakout. You don't want it to be confusing. As I said, I'd like to remove my 20 and 200 using another confluence, which is the trend lines. And you can clearly see where we've got a little bit of breakout. So price is possibly coming to retest, right? And it could continue on upwards. We're waiting to see what it actually does. And I can go on my daily, all right? And the daily is still showing you there. There you go. Still respecting that movement. When it comes on to all of this, still respecting everything here. So just understand that whatever the market gives, you've got to take it into consideration and act accordingly. That's pretty much how trading is. Don't just impose your bias on the market. These are the current levels because this is where price is currently at. So price is being supported by this trend line, and we could possibly continue on upward all the way up to 161 here about, right? Because that's what the daily time frame is given. I could also use my fib, right? We got a pullback right here at our red area, so we could possibly be going for the long term. We could possibly going higher all the way up. Yeah, we could possibly going all the way up. Let me do this. There we go. Right, possibly going all the way up to 162. Right, that's a possibility. Look, we're on a clear. We've been consolidation. We've been consolidating here. So we've been consolidating here. Then you've got that lovely bullish move, still respecting the trend line, as I said. So we're continuing to look for bullish movements on UJ. They're about all the way up to 162. Okay. Got confirmation from the trend lines, got confirmation from the moving averages, and I've also used the Fibonacci tool to show what the possibility is. Now we're gonna go to GJ for the GJ traders, right? And whilst looking at GJ, when we pull up GJ, literally we want to look for the 20 and the 200 first. And based on what I'm looking at, still on a bullish momentum. We're literally in between here, so it's a bit undecisive. But trend line perspective, right? We've been respecting that trend line. A few slippages here and there, but we've been respecting the trend line. Okay. We've been respecting the trend line, and there's a possibility that we can continue. And this is the 15 minutes. I can go, I like to, if I'm looking at analysis, I like to look on the overall picture, and the overall picture is always on either your daily or your 4 hour time frame. So we could even go 4 hours to look at this, still respecting or flow of trend, right? Still respecting that. There we go. Drawing it with lots of precision and everything, you're still respecting it. So with that said, we could be carrying on upwards, right? And I can also use fib from the low to the current high. We've got a bit of retracement right here, right, on our red zone. So we're possibly heading all the way up to 204. That's a possibility for the long term. I'm looking at long-term trading opportunities. It's not just for the day. If you want to go in on a day trading time frame, I'd suggest that you look at your 4 hour, then you scale down to your 15 minutes. So we know 4 hour wise, we're bullish, right? Scale down to the 15 minute to find opportunities, still respecting that trend line. I've got the Fibonacci and everything, so I can just remove them, right? So that you see a naked chart and you've got perspective of what you're looking at. Look, now we draw a trend line just the same on our 15 minute, respecting the trend line. And so what we're looking for is continuation on the upside for GJ, right? That's what I'm looking for. Bullish momentum on UJ, bullish momentum on GJ, right? And still looking for a little bit of bearish flow on gold, and then before we can actually continue on upwards. Okay, now pretty much let's jump into Euro USD. I think that would be the next one that I would pull up. So let me kind of find that one on the charts, Euro USD. All right, we want to pull up Euro USD and we're going to analyze it. So for the longest time, I believe we've been bearish. I can go ahead and add my indicators because I had removed everything. So we can put or moving average exponential, right? So literally we go to settings right here, and our input needs to be 20 for that one, and the second one needs to be 200. Now we can change the color to make the differentiation, so we could put this in red, okay, and then select OK. And now we know that we're sitting below the 20 and the 200, right? Literally sitting below, right? Bearish, bearish, bearish momentum. When it comes on to Euro USD, I would be selling, right? It has been selling for the longest while. This is the 1 hour time frame. We can, as long as we see that we're getting that respect flow, we can be continuing further downwards to break that low that we've had and you know, keep going. No, if you look at trend lines, I can draw trend lines. We're clearly respecting. Trend line is so powerful. I'm telling you, so powerful. Still respecting trend lines on the downside, right? So that's a second confirmation that we're selling. And, you know, we could use our Fibonacci as well. Literally, I would be selling. I would be looking for selling opportunities on Euro USD. It's been giving a lot of bearish momentum. Sorry about that. And with that said, we've got to understand that allow the markets to do its thing and then you react accordingly. That's what I really believe trading is. You don't impose your bias on the market, because then you're allowing your own feelings and emotions to get involved in the trading. You want to see what the market gives you and react accordingly. That's pretty much it. All right. And then the final one that we're looking at is our US 30, infamous US 30. For those who trade US 30, pretty much I'm looking for some amount of bearish flow on US 30, because on our 4 hour time frame we have been we've just closed below, right? And if I scale in, We've got that doji, and I believe this is going to be continuing as I believe that it's going to be continuing as a bearish flow when it comes on to US 30. I've got a nice round top here. In my opinion, this is a nice round top. It could even form out to be a cup and a handle. Let's wait to see, but it's clearly a round top, and I'm actually looking for bearish momentum to carry on, at least to come to this key area here at 41,500 thereabout. That's what I'm looking for on US 30. All right, so looking for it to continue on the downside, to come back and touch this key area here where we had a strong demand previously, right at this area. That's what I'm looking for it to do. There we go. That's pretty much what I'm looking for US 30 to do. When it comes on to this, we're still in an upward movement, still respecting trend lines just the very same way, right? So we can actually I'm expecting a break out of the trend based on the fact that I'm seeing that we've pushed a little bit below our 20 and our 200. However, we're not imposing our bias on the market because we're still respecting trends, still respecting the uptrend, just a little bit of movement outside. We want to wait to see what the market gives us, but we could possibly have a push down back to this area here, 41,850, before we decide to retest and carry on. Let's wait to see, but I'm actually expecting a bit of bearish momentum on US 30 based on what I'm looking at. Despite the fact that the trend line is still there, I'm seeing this here, and I'm seeing the fact that our 20 and our 200 are coming closer together, indicating that the market is possibly about to become bearish on US 30. So that's my take. Let me know your analysis. You can drop it below if you agree or disagree, because guess what? Trading is never black and white. You've got to understand that when it comes on to trading, we do not impose our bias on the market, but we share what we believe may happen. It may happen, it may not happen. Regardless, it doesn't take away from the fact that you're a good trader. And guess what? You're always going to be in a season of growth. When you share your opinions, you're always going to be in a season of eye-opening opportunities. When you allow other people to say, you know what, maybe it's not so, but it's so. So comment and let me know what your takes are on these currency pairs. I've looked at 5: GJ, UJ, Euro USD, Gold, and US 30. Let me know if you trade any of them and what your takes are. Are you in agreement? Are you in disagreement? What is it that you are going on? Let me know, because guess what? We're all in this together, okay? The market is neutral, but we're all trading to make a better life. So each one help one. Always remember, it's not a challenge. It's not a puss and dog effect. It's trading journey, and we're all on it together. So drop your comments, man, and let me know what you think. Let me know how you trade. Share your journey, and always remember that in everything you do, you've got to put God first and understand that it's a process. You may win, you may lose, but keep going anyway, because that's the only way you're going to become better at what you do. Keep pushing, keep fighting, keep growing, keep elevating. Guess what? We're upon that last lap of 2024. Make it happen, make it great. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Remember to hit that notification bell. Remember to drop your comment. And guess what? Stay tuned, because our journey has just really begun. Have an awesome one.